What if the biggest opportunity Beth and Rip have received all season is actually the beginning of their next disaster? What if the shocking death in episode 5 wasn't random at all? And what if the Jackson family is hiding a secret that could eventually destroy everything Beth and Rip are trying to rebuild? Episode 5 of Dutton Ranch, titled Peaceful Find Peace, may not be the most action-packed episode of the season, but it could end up being one of the most important. While previous episodes focused on loss, destruction, and survival, this chapter focuses on something completely different: rebuilding. But if there's one thing Yellowstone fans know, it's that rebuilding is never easy. Every opportunity comes with a cost, every alliance comes with risks, and every moment of peace is usually followed by a storm. By the end of episode 5, Beth and Rip appear to have found a path forward after losing their herd. For the first time in weeks, they have hope. They have jobs. They have a future. But they may also be walking directly into a trap. Let's break it all down. The episode begins with Beth and Rip standing beneath a Montana sunrise. It's a beautiful scene, but there is sadness behind it. The loss of their herd still hangs over them like a dark cloud. For Rip, ranching has never been just a profession. It's his identity. It's the life he built from nothing. It's the future he imagined sharing with Beth. Seeing all of that disappear has affected him deeply, even if he doesn't openly show it. But Rip has always been a fighter. Instead of focusing on what has been lost, he immediately starts looking for a way forward. That's when Beulah Jackson enters the picture. She offers Rip a position as foreman of the 10-Petal Ranch. At first glance, it seems like a perfect opportunity. The ranch needs leadership. The ranch needs discipline. The ranch needs someone who knows how to turn chaos into order. And that's exactly what Rip does. From the moment he arrives, he takes charge. Workers quickly realize that standards are changing. Accountability matters again. Laziness won't be tolerated. Rip doesn't need long speeches to establish authority. His reputation does most of the work for him. Watching Rip step into this role feels natural because it's exactly where he thrives. He isn't a politician. He isn't a businessman. He's a rancher. And for the first time since the disaster, he looks like himself again. Meanwhile, Beth is handling things in a completely different way. While Rip is focused on daily operations, Beth is focused on the future. She spends much of the episode researching the Jackson family and the struggles they've faced over the years. Beth notices patterns: missed opportunities, bad decisions, business mistakes. Most people would see a ranch with problems. Beth sees potential. She sees a business that could become something much bigger. Armed with research and confidence, she approaches Beulah with a proposal. Beth wants to transform the ranch into a premium farm-to-table operation, creating a brand that can survive economic downturns while generating enormous profits. It's a bold idea. It's risky. And it's exactly the kind of move Beth Dutton is known for. The conversation between Beth and Beulah becomes one of the most important scenes in the episode. Neither woman is easy to impress. Neither woman likes giving away power. Yet there is an undeniable respect between them. Beth isn't begging for a job. She's offering a solution. She's offering a future. And by the time the conversation ends, Beulah sees the value in what Beth brings to the table. The result is surprising. Both Beth and Rip become part of the 10-Petal Ranch. Suddenly, the Duttons have something they haven't had in a long time: stability. Or, at least the appearance of stability. Because almost immediately, warning signs begin to appear. The biggest warning sign comes in the form of Joaquin Jackson. Unlike Beulah, Joaquin clearly doesn't welcome Beth and Rip into the family business. His reaction is immediate. His discomfort is obvious. Every scene involving him feels tense. And that raises an important question. Why is Joaquin so worried? Does he simply dislike outsiders? Or is he afraid Beth will uncover something hidden within the Jackson family history? Beth has a talent for finding secrets. And if there are secrets buried within the Jackson operation, she's exactly the kind of person who would uncover them. That possibility alone makes Joaquin one of the most interesting characters moving forward. But business drama isn't the only problem facing Beth and Rip. The mystery surrounding Wes continues to grow. Near the end of the episode, Rip finally tells Beth about the body he discovered. This moment changes everything. Until now, Rip has carried that burden alone. Now Beth knows the truth. And together they realize that the situation may be much more dangerous than they first believed. What's interesting is how they respond. They don't panic. They don't rush to expose what they know. Instead, they choose patience. They choose caution. That decision suggests they understand something viewers are only beginning to realize. Someone wanted Wes dead. Someone has gone to great lengths to keep the truth hidden. And whoever is responsible could still be watching. The mystery surrounding Wes remains one of the strongest storylines of the season because every answer seems to create two new questions. Who killed him? Why was he targeted? And how many people are involved? The episode doesn't provide answers. Instead, it deepens the mystery. Then comes another major development. Rob is back. After spending time in rehab, Beulah's troubled son returns. And his return immediately changes the atmosphere. Whenever Rob is mentioned, tension follows. The previews strongly suggest that trouble is coming. And if Rob is connected to the events surrounding Wes, then Beth and Rip may be stepping into a situation far more dangerous than they realize. This is where Episode 5 does an excellent job building anticipation. Rather than revealing everything now, it plants seeds for future conflict. Viewers are left wondering who can be trusted and who might be hiding something. But no moment generated more discussion than the shocking death of Dwight. This scene arrives suddenly and leaves viewers with more questions than answers. Dwight had become an unlikely friend to Carter. Their relationship was unusual, but there was genuine affection there. Dwight offered advice. He listened, and despite his flaws, he seemed to care about Carter. That's why what happens next feels so tragic. Police arrive. The situation escalates quickly. Before viewers fully understand what's happening, Dwight is dead, and the entire scene feels wrong. Not because characters don't die in Yellowstone stories. They do. But because this death feels unnecessary. Many fans immediately ask the same question. Did he really need to die? The show never fully explains the situation. Instead, it leaves viewers confused and suspicious. Was Dwight hiding something? Did he know information someone wanted buried? Was he simply unlucky? Or was his death part of a larger story we haven't seen yet? At this point, anything is possible. The sheriff's warning to Carter only makes things more mysterious. Smart people don't ask dangerous questions. That line stands out because it feels like more than a warning. It feels like a threat, almost as if someone is trying to make sure certain secrets stay hidden. And if that's true, Dwight's death may become much more important than it appears today. As the episode reaches its conclusion, viewers are left with mixed emotions. On one hand, Beth and Rip finally have hope. They have opportunity. They have a chance to rebuild. But on the other hand, danger is everywhere. Joaquin doesn't trust them. Rob has returned. Wes's death remains unsolved. And Dwight's shocking fate raises serious concerns about what is really happening behind the scenes. That's why the perfect word to describe Episode 5 is anxiety. Everything looks stable. Everything looks promising. Everything looks like it's finally coming together. Yet underneath that optimism is a growing sense that disaster is approaching. The title of the episode is Peaceful Find Peace. Ironically, there is very little peace to be found. Instead, this feels like the calm before the storm. A storm that could expose secrets, destroy partnerships, and force Beth and Rip into another fight for survival. And that brings us to the biggest question heading into Episode 6. Are Beth and Rip finally rebuilding their future? Or are they unknowingly becoming part of a dangerous game that began long before they arrived at the 10-Petal Ranch? Whatever the answer may be, one thing is clear. The biggest secrets of Dutton Ranch have not been revealed yet. And when the truth finally comes out, it could change everything.